Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Saturday evening and this evening we are talking starting out shopping. hmm the reason we're talking about this is because I've been speaking to a few people and you can see it on the news here in the UK. The exam results are all in, so people are working out whether they can go to university, to college. There'll be some people who are getting jobs, going into trades, and for many of them, that will mean moving out of their parents' home or wherever they're staying at the moment. Um, and it's a very different experience fending for yourself at first. I remember when I first went to college, I was 17, I think it was a month before my 18th birthday. And I went up to college and I was in digs and my parents took me and I had all my bags with me and I had my clothes and my little bag with little snackies and foods and things so that I could make myself food for dinner, etc., etc. And the utter surprise and the shock and horror for me that there was no washing up liquid. I just expected it to magically appear as it did at home. Thankfully, I went home most weekends for the first while, so I managed to acquire such things. I went home most weekends because I was working as a waitress at the time. So yeah, but it was quite a thing to learn all these different things that I had to buy that I hadn't normally had to buy because mum got it. I had only just thought of food. It's the only thing I thought I would need to buy. So those memories obviously came back to me, hearing about all these people who are going to be moving in the next couple of months. And then there's also the other people who are moving, people who are getting their own place anyway. You've got care leavers, you've got people coming out the forces, you've got people just moving, getting out of relationships, just moving because they want to move. And I thought, what about a really simple list? And the list I've put together, it's downloadable on the website now. I made it all pretty and blue. Have to say that is the first time I have put a downloadable on a website in about 10 years. I'm quite pleased with myself. It was quite a worrying time as I tried to work out what to do, but it's there now and you can download it. And there's a menu item saying Prime of Midlife downloads, so it's dead easy to find. But yeah, I thought I'm going to put this on here so that if anyone's thinking to help someone who's moving or to be the person who's moving, thinking, what do I need to get started? And that's what this list is. There's two columns. One column's the food. It was initially going to be the bare shelf filler list. And it's basically to get you started when you move in somewhere. It's got the tea, coffee, sugar, dried or UHT milk. Just remember to take the kettle in a manner that you can get to it quickly. Because you want to be able to make tea and coffee for the people who are helping you. The ones you're not going to offer beers to, obviously. But it's got the tea, coffee, it's got the rice, the pasta, etc. But also on the second column is the non-food items. And that's the things, as I say, like the washing up liquid that I thought grew on trees. Bin liners, toothbrush and toothpaste. Silly little things like that. So I have put that together just now, just because it makes me feel better putting that out there. Because also it means that if you are someone who has a family member moving into their own place, it gives you a basic list that you could buy all of it, you could buy some of it, but you know that that's stuff that they're either going to need or going to use at some point while they're away. And the biggest thought that had come into my head when I first, like the whole first thought was how long would it take someone who's never been away from home before to find out how messed up their budget is? Didn't take me long. Thinking that I would have this in the cupboard, but no, that was from my mother's cupboards, not mine. If I wanted it, I had to buy it. I distinctly remember doing a student shopping. It must have been like the last week before I got my grant or before I got paid my wages or something. And my shopping was £5 of potatoes, a bag of onions, a thing of butter and a thing of cheese. Oh, and bread. Because I had cheese sandwich, I had cheese and onion toasties, I had fried potatoes with onions through it, fried potatoes with onions and cheese. I ate really badly that week. But I was skint, and I was not admitting to my parents that I was that skint, because at that time you couldn't just put money in banks as easily as you can now. So they would have had to drive up to where I was at college, which was quite a distance away. So yeah, this list means that you can help someone that you know is moving, etc. So I just thought I would put it out there. As I say, it came into my head and I actually went and did it. So look at me following through on an idea that I had. Quite pleased with myself. So I hope somebody finds it useful, at least. If you don't, then that's fine. You can laugh at me with my silly stories from college when I forgot that washing up liquid didn't grow on trees. Yeah. And such things. So I shall go now. I am going to go and drink more water. See? This is my second glass this afternoon. I was drinking tea this morning, but it's a bit warmer now here. So that's the tea kiboshed, and I will be drinking water because I do not want to be feeling as rubbish as I was yesterday. So I will go now, and I will catch you later.